Hey, Randy.
Hey, is this Ben?
Yeah, it is. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing great, brother. Sitting here drinking a mimosa in my robe right now because it's Thursday morning and we got band practice.
Right on. Right on.
We got a live stream coming up that we're practicing for today. We're also shooting a video. Things are rolling. Yeah, it's been great. Like all the love that we've been getting, especially lately with the record coming out has been amazing. And yeah, like we got nothing to hide really, so we're like, let's just go live for like right before practice and just let everybody know what's going on a real level. Like there's no curtain, you know.
Right.
We're not trying to act cooler than we are. Like for instance, like we actually had a blunder recently that turned out pretty cool and all the fans loved it. We did a live unboxing. Oh my god, we were just joking before we started about like, oh, what if they don't look good? Like this is gonna be bad. And we were like, screw it. We went live and sure enough there was like 7 things wrong with it.
That's good stuff. The more y'all looked at it, it's like, no, wait. This is supposed to go all the way to the corner. It's supposed to. What? Oh, the track. Well, dude. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, we all went through this moment of panic. Like, oh my god, nobody's gonna buy this CD. But like, it was actually the total opposite. Like we noticed in the comments, people were like, "Oh my god, I want 2 now!" Like I
do
want 3.
too. That's how I felt. I'm like, freaking A, man! I want the first edition, man. That was epic. I loved it, man, because it was funny because you were joking about it, and then it happened, and it was like, oh shit.
You know.
Yeah.
Find the good and the bad. You know.
Right on. Now you have, a collector's item.
Yeah, they're selling like hotcakes right now. Everybody's buying them up. Like we're already about to get on to our second pressing because like all of the ones we got 1,000 the first run just because we didn't want to over order.
Right.
So we just got like 1,000 because when you're a band, you never know how many people are going to actually purchase your CD. They might like and comment on your posts, but do they buy a CD? You never really know.
Yeah.
So we got 1,000. They ended up being misprinted, and like me and Johnny, our drummer, we have this. We use the Shopify. You know what Shopify is?
I do.
We use that for all of our merchandise and CD sales and stuff. We have an app, the Shopify app, and I didn't realize it, but I had notifications turned on, and every time somebody buys something, my phone goes cha-ching. And like ever since that live unboxing video went out in my phone, like I had to mute the notifications.
That's
it's just making all this noise.
That's
like even in
terrible.
The middle of the night.
That's terrible.
It's a great problem to have.
Right. So, how do you guys determine your set list for each show? I hear that it's different every time or in whatever city that you guys are in, but how do you guys determine your guys' set list each night?
Well, usually, like if we were to tour right now, we would probably we would go through all of our songs and be like, all right, which ones do we absolutely have to play?
Right.
And then those go into the set list in some sort of rough order. And then there's probably a couple of question marks throughout the set that like right before we go on stage, we're just like, you want to play this one? Sure. Or you want to play this one? Sure. Like we just never really quite know. And as far as like the order of the songs, like we kind of know what the order of the songs are, but like we just kind of throw random stuff in different slots. And I love that I have the power to play whatever song I want and make the band follow me.
The drummer can't really do that, can he? You just start out with a beat.
Yeah. So I can just like at any time, if there's any dead air, I can just play any song that the band kind of knows and we'll jam on it. Like for instance, an accident we had one time was we just had a little bit of dead air, like something went wrong with like Phil's bass or something. And I just like randomly for no reason started playing Aerials by System of a Down.
Oh yeah.
And then like after like 2 bars of that riff, his bass was fixed and he just started singing because the crowd like recognized the riff, and they were like, "Oh my God, are they gonna do it?" And Phil like kind of knew.
He's like, "I gotta go, I gotta get in there."
And we ended up playing that song. Like, I don't get me wrong, it was not right. Like the verse chorus structure was not right. Like, we don't know how to play that song,
right.
But we performed what we could, and everybody loved it. And now, like, ever since that day, I can pull that out at any point in the set, and the guys are just like, "Well, here we go. Looks like we're doing aerials now." It's kind of like an inside joke that we told the fans about in our last live stream.
That's cool. That is so cool. So, do you guys have a special songwriting recipe that you guys follow when you're writing?
I wouldn't say a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
We have tendencies. Like, our songs tend to start with a guitar riff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll just come in one day and I'll be like, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" And I'll go or whatever, you know. And Johnny will start playing, and Phil will start singing something, and usually somewhere within that 5 minutes of jamming, we find bits and pieces that we like, and then we bankroll those and pull them out at later dates and build songs out of them. There has been a couple of times where, like, Phil will come to the band with like a full idea, or I'll come to the band with a full idea, and we'll just make that a song and kind of quote unquote Titanize it.
Right.
And yeah, that's pretty much what we do. We all have a creative input in the band. Every single one of us, we kind of, the best songs that we write, we just get together and it just kind of happens.
Right.
Like, we actually wrote half of Rufflin' Feathers in a live stream.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, when the quarantine hit, we didn't get together for like, I don't know, 6 months or something.
Uh-huh.
Because we kind of took January off, and then the quarantine hit. So, like, we were already a month without practice and 2 months without practice. And then the quarantine hit, and then we didn't get together for a while. And when we finally did get together, we just said screw it, and we turned on the camera and just let whatever happened happen. Like full vulnerability. Like, we could have been really awful.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love about you guys. It's like you just never know what you're going to get, but whatever you end up with, you got and we got. So it's kind of like that. I love it.
Yeah, it's super fun because it's like, you know, we're humans, so let's just be humans and not try to worry about being larger than life or cool or like super talented. Like, you know, we're just dudes.
I love it. So, how important was the song "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" as far as setting the trajectory that you guys are on right now?
Oh my God, it's invaluable. Like, we were a band for 5 or 6 years or something before that song kind of blew up, and you know, the growth rate was it was a slow grind. Like. It was just so slow. Like, we could play 50 shows and we would gain 30 fans, you know.
Oh.
And then we released that video actually a year before it blew up. It was out for a full year, and then we just reposted it at the same time that I think what really helped it was the fact that the new Grinch movie came out.
Uh-huh.
So that Grinch movie came out like sometime in November. We posted our video in November, and like, I guess with all that added, you know, Grinch marketing, we kind of, you know, got swept up, and everybody took a listen to the song. And like, I'll never forget, like, I remember we posted the song and I went to bed and I woke up and there was like over 1 million views on it. And like, that had never happened. Like, we were stoked if we got like 2,000 views before that.
Wow. That's amazing.
And, yeah, it was just like, holy shit. And then like later that day, like, everything happened so fast. Like, later that day, somebody texted me a video from a Flyers game, a Philadelphia Flyers game.
Uh-huh.
And they were playing our song while the teams came out on the ice.
What?
And I was like, are you what? Like a video of us was up on, like, the Jumbotron.
Dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is getting real quick.
Holy shit. That's freaking cool. Oh, man. So
the thing about that song is, like, I kind of learned this, and this is how I describe covers. Cover songs that bands do are like commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Because that song was just a really good commercial for us, because our growth rate happened because people saw that video And then we had a bunch of other stuff that was already done, and we had platforms for our fans to go and videos for them to watch. And they watched our original stuff and became fans.
Right.
Like we were so lucky to not just be a flash in the pan when that video came out. We had the infrastructure to build a fan base.
That's a good description. A commercial, and then you bring them to the table, bring them to the site, and then it's like, what? Look at these guys. I mean, I was still watching Hunger Strike that you guys did with Matt James from Blacktop Mojo. And I was like scrubbing through it. I'm like, gotta hurry. He's going to call here in a minute. I just couldn't stop. I'm just like, I freaking love this shit.
Yeah. We did that video live in one take. Like that
doesn't surprise me. That it really doesn't. I've seen Blacktop Mojo 3 times, and they're just amazing guys. So yes. Oh my gosh. So love Blacktop, and then love you guys. I actually think that's how I got turned on to you. I was watching some of their stuff, and then I'm like, wait a minute, who's this?
Yeah.
Look at these guys. A lot,
like, with both of our bands, like a lot of our fans that didn't know about Blacktop Mojo are now huge Blacktop Mojo fans, and vice versa. So
good stuff.
That was definitely a good thing. And I always, this is something that I want to do so bad, and I'm going to say it for the first time on your show.
Oh, here we go.
Do you ever see like rap artists do like diss tracks?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so ridiculous that they do that.
Yeah.
No rock and roll band has ever done a diss track.
That's funny.
I want to get in the studio, and since we're like good friends with like Blacktop Mojo, I want to get in the studio and do a diss track.
Dude.
Blacktop Mojo, and I want to call them out to diss us back.
That is funny. That is awesome. That would be amazing. That would be.
Can you imagine if like Metallica released like a diss track on like PB&J or like some other
right
Foo Fighters?
That would be funny as hell. You guys, and especially right now, since you guys can't get out and play in front of as many people. I mean, they're starting to open things up. I don't know if they are where you're at, but we actually got out. I went to Steel Panther the other night. I mean, we're doing some shows, but that would be epic to have a couple of bands just going back and forth. Oh yeah.
That would be so much fun. Like I would love that.
That you got to work on that. That would be amazing. I think you're onto something there.
Just start a spider web of diss tracks, rocking and rolling.
So I've noticed that you guys have influences from bands like Queen, Temple of the Dog, and even Johnny Cash. What would your personal Spotify playlist look like?
Oh, I grew up listening to hard rock, rhythm and blues, and like a little bit of hair metal, stuff like that. Like my favorite guitar player is Richie Blackmore, and a close second is George Lynch.
Right, dude.
Which is funny because like I don't play the guitar at all, like either of those guys. Those guys are like virtuosos. I'm more of like a let's hit this chord as hard as we can and like break my guitar kind of thing. But like definitely hard rock, rhythm and blues is my main influence, and you'll see Deep Purple on there, you'll see Dokken on there, you'll see some pop music on there. I like a lot of country, like old blues country. Like pretty much anything that's rooted in the blues you can find on my iPad, like across all genres.
Too cool. That you sound a lot like me. It's like I'm like a hair metal guy, and people are like at work, a country song will come on. How do you even know this? I was like, dude, I just love fucking music. I mean, it's just what it is, you know.
Yeah, and like I feel like I go through phases. Like in January, I'll be like listening to nothing but hair metal, but then February comes around and I'll be like country. I'm just gonna listen to country this month.
Right. So tell us all about. Are you guys still doing the pre-save, or has that stopped on the album?
You can still pre-save our album pretty much every year. I think what stopped was we had the pre-saves bundled with like limited edition T-shirts and hoodies and like flasks and wristbands and all that kind of stuff. We had to turn that off because we ran out of inventory.
Cool. That's just terrible. Again, just a terrible place to be.
Just the worst problems.
That's an independent band with no record label. Just ran out of merch.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to have a live stream on the 14th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do we go about getting tickets for that?
You can go to smalltowntitans.veeps.com. You can go to our website. We have smalltowntitans.com. You can go to pretty much our Facebook. We're posting links and stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where you can get tickets all over the place. So, like, if you follow us on social media, eventually
you'll find
see a link to get it. Yeah, but if you just want to go find it right now, just go to smalltowntitans.com, and there should be a link right in there for you to get tickets for this thing.
Awesome. And the release is actually the 13th, but you guys are going to do the show on the 14th, which is really cool because that's going to be your first one. How are you guys going to do that? Are you going to do the entire album? Are you going to put in a few other things in there, or how's that going to go down?
Essentially, we kind of talked about this last practice. We're going to play it front to back in order, the way that it is.
Which order? The one on the CD case or the one that's on the CD? Just people want to know.
No, that's so funny. The correct listing is the one that's on the back of the cover. So that's the order that we're doing it.
Okay.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even think of
that. Awesome.
So we'll be playing it front to back according to the back album listing.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna treat it as kind of like an evening with kind of performance. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Like we're gonna play the song. We're gonna fuck around on stage, have some fun, tell people about the song. Interact with them because we have a TV screen right in front of us when we go live, so we can see everyone's comments.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we can actually interact in real time with anybody who wants to leave us a comment or get a ticket, be at the show, want to leave a comment. Like we see all of them. The only thing we might struggle with is if everybody's commenting at once, we can only see like 10 comments on the screen before they go away.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate it. I am so excited for you guys, and you've definitely, as soon as everything opens up, have got to come to Oklahoma City. Just hit us up, and if you guys are within probably a 200-mile radius of us, we're still going to go and see you. So I can't wait to get this shit opened up and everybody back to normal.
Yeah, you and us both, man. We can't wait to get out there and start doing our thing again.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I am going to be watching on the 14th, brother.
All right, sounds good, man.
Have a good one.
Yep, take it easy.
All right, bye-bye.